Welcome back in a series of lectures, building, planning, and design. In last lecture, we have started discussion on how to draw a plan. Okay, what is my plan and all these things. Um, from where we are going to consider the plan of a building. Okay, so I think all of you understood about the plan. Okay, generally at the time of drawing plan, just we have to cut our building in horizontal plane slightly above from the window sill level, and just we have to remove the above part, and whatever remaining part is there, how it looks, just we have to plot on the paper. Okay, that is nothing but the plan of a building. And if same plan we are going to use to each and every floor, then it is not necessary to go for the repetition of the same plan. Okay, and whenever there are changes, maybe uh, sometimes we can uh, provide the same plans to the alternate floors also. Okay, then in that case we can go for the plans for 1 3 5 7 floors, then after that a plan for 2 4 6 floors. Okay, in that way also you can go for the uh, drawing of a plan. Okay, so here we will see how to prepare the plan of a residential building step by step. Here so many things are mentioned in a various steps. Okay, we will discuss one by one. Here, very first, uh, prepare the line plan for residential building before preparing the detailed sketch, because alternative line plans would give scope for comparison by making changes in the size of some rooms according to owner's requirement. Okay, generally here, very first we should know the things, okay, about the location of plot or site, as well as region, then their climatic conditions, topography, then after that geological conditions, then income of the owner, profession of the owner, then after that resources of a fund. Okay, uh, then after that by considering the principles of planning as well as building bylaws, we have to go for the preparation of plan. Okay, and while preparing the plan, firstly we have to prepare a line plan, just a simple line plan we have to draw for a residential building or for any kind of public building. Okay, why we have to go for the line plan only? Firstly, because of there will be more alteration, or there will be more flexible. uh, Suppose we have to allocate the various units, or whatever unit we have provided, suppose we have to alter change. Okay, or suppose we have to provide some offsets and all those things, then whatever time is there, that time will be saved. Okay, means uh, to each and every time by drawing a detailed sketch, then if any alteration is there as per the owner's requirement, and sometimes day by day or time to time owner's requirements gets changed. Okay, so uh, before that we have to take due care about its all the requirements. Okay, how many number of units we have to provide at a ground floor, first floor, or then to the next floors. At a ground floor, which units uh, uh, owner want, according to that we have to go for the planning. Okay, and then after that we have to go for the, after finalizing the line plan, we have to go for the detailed sketch plan. Okay, while preparing the sketch plan, the line plan with reference to the site plan, shape of the plot, north direction, then direction of prevailing wind, main road, and view of surroundings, etc., should be kept in mind. Okay, generally, whatever these things are there, means direction of wind, north direction, shape of the plot, site plan. Okay, whatever things are there, or whatever main road. Okay, all those things we have to consider at the time of preparation of the line plan itself. Okay, why it is so? Because of, by considering the plot boundaries, okay, plot size, north direction, and wind direction, as well as main road, means frontage of the plot. Okay, according to that only we have to go for the planning, means which unit we have to provide to a particular direction, that we have to decide first, and then we have to go for the planning of a line plan. Okay, the sketch plan should be prepared on a tracing paper. Generally, whatever sketch plan we are going to prepare, we have to prepare on a tracing paper. Tracing paper is like a drawing sheet. Okay, it may be available in a different size, A0, A1, A2, A3, maybe A4 size. Okay, but whatever tracing paper is there, tracing paper is slightly transparent. Okay, so we have to use it for the preparation of the sketch plan, and beginners may keep a graph below the tracing paper. This will help them to save a lot of time at the time of drawing sketch plan to the scale. Okay, if you put any graph paper below the tracing paper, then it will guide you. Okay, means to measure the distances and all those things. Okay, or to decide the size of room, it will helpful, and due to that, whatever your time is there, you can prepare that sketch plan within a limited time. Okay, due to the use of graph paper, your time will be saved. Okay, so that thing also we have to consider. And if you are more experienced, then if you have more experience, then it is not necessary to take um, uh, graph paper and all those things. Directly you can go for the drawing of a sketch plan. Okay, then wall thickness, area of each unit, name of the unit, location of sanitary units, staircase, flight of steps, landing, up and down directions, passage width, position of doors and windows, columns and beams, entrance gate, compound wall, path from gate to building, chhajja, and canopy projection should be clearly mentioned in the sketch plan. What we have to mention in a sketch plan? So whatever wall thickness is there, whether whatever external walls are there, we are going to provide up to 230 mm or 200 mm or 300 mm. Okay, and whatever interior walls are there, we are keeping uh, uh, thinner as compared to the external walls, because of internal walls act as a partition wall or divider only. Okay, or to getting the safety, or to achieving the safety and security purpose, we are going to provide the uh, internal walls. So in that case, whatever thickness is there of interior walls, we are going to provide less as compared to the external walls. Okay, then after that also we have to provide there, also we have to mention there name of each and every particular room, then its a area or its a size. Okay, then after that also we have to locate the sanitary units, maybe bathroom, toilet. Okay, uh, then WC we have to mention there. Then after that, position of staircase, then flight of steps in a flight, how many number of steps are there. Okay, firstly we have to go for the calculation, means by considering the rise and trade you have to go for the design of staircase, and then after that you have to write there, okay, number of steps in a first flight, in a second flight, or in a intermediate flight. Then after that also you have to show there, okay, landing up and down direction, means from which direction, means from uh, out of the two flights, which flights you are going to use for landing up, and which flight you are going to use down direction. Okay, that also you have to mention there by providing a arrowhead. Just you have to mention their up, and just you have to show their arrowhead. Okay, uh, by using that symbol also you can mention the landing up and down direction for a staircase. Okay, then whatever passages you are going to provide the access to the various units of a building, whatever width is there, that width also you have to mention there. Then after that, position of doors and windows also you have to show in a sketch plan. Okay, and at the time of provision of the um, doors and windows, you have to take due care, means sufficient amount of ventilation should get, or whatever natural things are there, those natural things uh, should get benefited. Okay, means whatever inmates or occupants are there, those inmates and occupants should be get benefited from the natural gifts. Okay, then columns and beams also you have to show the position of the columns and beams. Here you are going to provide the columns and beams. Its size may be tentative in a sketch plan it at initial stage, but after the analysis and designing, you have to show the detailed cross section or detailed sizes of column and beams. Also you have to mention in a note sheet. Then after that, entrance means generally entrance gate we are going to provide uh, to the frontage of uh, plot. Okay, that also you have to mention. It's a size also you have to decide it, whether you are going to provide uh, two entrance gate or only one entrance gate. Okay, uh, then compound wall also you have to show there. Then path from gate to building. Okay, means which path you are going to use to reach to your building from the gate. Okay, then after that, chajjas and canopy projections should be clearly mentioned in the sketch plan. You can see here whatever chajja projection and canopy projections. Okay, here you can see W1. Okay, here W1 indicates window 1. Here window W1 window, W only, W only, ventilator fee is there. Okay, why they have mentioned like that? Because of whatever WW indicates there. Okay, size of that each and every W window is same, and for different they used another notation, that is W1 W1, or you can use also W3 W3 W4 W5 also. Okay, as per the sizes of the windows you can uh, go for the uh, provision. Okay, then after that, here whatever dotted line you are observing here. Okay, those dotted lines are nothing but the projections of chajjas. Okay, you can see here whatever chajja is provided above the lintel level in a main figure here, above the window. Okay, here at lintel level they have provided chajja. Okay, and we have prepare the plan by cutting this building from above the sill level, window sill level. Okay, so whatever above part is there, we have imagined that part is removed. Okay, and then we are going to prepare the plan, or we are going to sketch the plan. Okay, so whatever above things are there of that horizontal plane, okay, where we have considered uh, uh, whatever part is there above the horizontal plane, that part if we want to show in a sketch plan, then we have to use here dotted line. Okay, in next point is there, draw all exterior wall lines as a light lines by using 2H pencil. Okay, means for drawing purpose, I think already you have studied the about pencil, which pencil we have to use uh, at the time of preparation of the drawing. Okay, HB 2H. Okay, high black. HB is nothing but the high black. 2H pencil is there. It is a light one. Okay, so generally we have to use 2H pencil while preparing the sketch plan and all those things. Okay, so then after drawing the line plan, then you have to go for the uh, mentioning the wall thicknesses. Okay, generally whatever wall thickness lines are there, or whatever wall lines are there, okay, uh, either you have to consider the lines of a line plan at mid position of the wall thickness, or sometimes we can go for to provide the wall thickness to the inner side of the building. Okay, means suppose here you have drawn line plan like this, and here whatever uh, wall thickness you have to show here. Okay, that wall thickness you can provide to the inner side of the room. Okay, uh, at the time of provision of the wall thickness, you have to take due care, means whatever interior dimension is there of the room, as per the requirement, whether it is just sufficient or not. Okay, if it is not sufficient, then you have to provide that wall thickness line towards outer side. Okay, not to the inner side. According to that, you have to go for that. There is no any standard rule to show the wall thicknesses while you are preparing the sketch plan by using the line plan. Okay, there is no any standard laws. Okay, just you have to go for the planning as per your own decision, or as per your own opinion, means what is uh, important. Okay, means either you have to provide in inner side or outer side. According to that, you have to go for it. Okay, suppose here you have provided whatever passage width is there. Suppose this is the passage. Okay, and here whatever passage width is you have uh, kept as a 0.9 meter. Okay, and generally as per the NBC, suppose as per the NBC 2005, they have mentioned one rule, that is the width of passage should not be less than 0.9 meter. And at the time of preparation of the line plan, you have provided here 0.9 meter distance only. Then again, if you are trying to provide the wall thicknesses into that passage from this side as well as from this side, then whatever passage width you are getting, clear passage width you are getting, it will be less as 0.9 meter. Okay, so you have to take due care at the time of preparation of the sketch plan. Okay, here you have to provide the wall thicknesses. That is the point. Then thickness of wall should be drawn as per given data. RCC framed structure may have external walls of 230 mm, thickness and internal walls of 150 thickness. Okay, means generally in RCC framed structures, you have to provide external walls as a 230 thickness and internal walls as a 150 thickness. And normally 150 thick wall including plaster both sides, or 200 thick wall excluding plaster is better than 230 thick wall without with plastering. Okay, here whatever wall thicknesses we are going to show here, means 230 or 150 here we are going to consider the plastering thickness also in that 230 and 150 Okay, so according to that you have to go for it. Similarly, 100 thick wall excluding the plaster thickness is better than 150 thick wall with plastering with reference to strength. Okay, then load bearing structures will have 200 to 300 thick wall. In load bearing structure, how many floors you are going to plan, according to that its wall thicknesses will get varies. If you are going to increase the number of floors, then it's whatever wall thicknesses are there at a ground floor and at a first floor will goes increases. Okay, because of there is no any kind of frame we are going to form, so whatever load is there of a structure or whatever superstructural load is there, total load is carried by the walls only. Okay, so to bear that load or to sustain that load, we have to provide sufficient thickness walls in a load bearing structures. Okay, then any wall having a thickness less than 200 cannot be load bearing wall. Okay, means in a load bearing structure we don't have to provide the wall thickness as less than 200 Then study clear internal dimensions of the rooms and draw lines for internal walls with all with wall thicknesses. Okay, already I told you, by doing the study of internal dimensions of each and every room, you have to decide where you have to provide the wall thickness of internal walls. Okay, then for public buildings, doors and windows open outside, means in general whatever in a residential building, whatever doors and windows are there, we are uh, providing its opening to the inner side. Okay, but in a public building we have to provide it at a outer side, because of doors, windows and ventilators are aligned to flush with outside. Okay, uh, for residential and private houses, they open inside, and the door, window, and ventilator frames must be kept in flush with inside of the wall. This is to criteria. This is to create full swing of the shutter and maximum clearance through the openings. Okay, means for getting the maximum openings. Okay, in a residential building, basically we have to provide the openings of doors and windows and ventilators towards the inner side. Okay, study the movement in the house from one room to another room or passage through the door and show the shutter with the direction of opening by the symbol. Here means whenever you are going to provide any access to any room, okay, then you have to provide the doors. Okay, and its a location you have to show in a sketch plan, as well as whatever door shutter is there, opening direction of that door shutter also you have to mention there. Means if you know the direction of opening of door shutter, according to that you can go for the planning. Means whatever furniture requirement you are going to provide or you are going to mention in that particular room, then you can go, you can consider according to the opening direction of the door shutter, as well as at the provision of the electricity board and all those things. You will get the clear idea where you have to fix the position of the electricity board and all those things, okay, and so on. Then plan door openings judiciously. No shutter should partly or fully block opening of another door or window. The space between two adjacent door openings automatically become passage, and passage should be always free. Here, as per the point number 10, whatever door openings are there, we have to provide clear door opening, means there should not be partly or fully block opening of another door or window, means uh, at the time of a provision of the or at the time of deciding the location of the door or window, we have to take due care, means after provision of that door at a particular location, whatever door shutter is there, it will be open fully or not, or if it is open fully but due to that door shutter, is there any kind of obstruction is going to is there any kind of obstruction will be there or not to the any other door or to any other window openings, okay. According to that we have to go for that. Then plan door opening, already we have covered that 10 number point. Then 11 number, draw kitchen ota, sink built in a cupboard, WC pan or commode, wash basin, staircase, front and rear steps. Also, you have to show the things in a sketch plan as a kitchen ota. Also, you have to uh, uh, show their dimension of a kitchen ota, means what is its width, whether you are going to provide L-shaped kitchen ota or only rectangular. Then after that, whatever sink is there, that sink should be 1 meter away from the gas segdi, okay. So whatever gas segdi is there, which that its position also you have to show there, okay. And then after that, whatever cupboards are there, okay, those cupboards you have to show their opening of the cupboards, okay. Then after that, WC pan means whether you are going to provide Indian pattern pan in a WC water closet or European type, okay, western type, that is nothing but the commode, whether you are going to provide it, okay. According to that, you have to go for the planning of sunk slab and all those things. If you are going to increase number of story building or two-story building, then also to the above floor, whether you are going to provide Indian pattern pan in a WC, then you have to go for the sunk slab, provision of the sunk slab. Otherwise, if you are going to provide commode, then you don't need to provide the sunk slab and all those things, okay. You should have clear idea about each and everything, means what things you are going to provide in a particular room, okay. So then uh, uh, whatever things will be there, it will go smoothly, okay. Then after that, uh, veranda column should not obstruct the full view of the main entrance door or the window or drawing room, okay. Means whatever veranda or whatever we are going to provide the porch, okay. Generally for the porch we are going to provide the uh, sometimes we can go for the cantilever beams, or sometimes a single column we are going to provide support to the beams, okay. So whatever column we are going to provide it, due to that column any kind of obstruction should not be there to the view of main entrance and all those things. Okay, so whatever remaining part is there, we are going to discuss after rejoining the session. Okay.